What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Derek, and today I'm going to show you guys some cool stuff that I've been doing with AI and automation. If you haven't heard by now because you live under a frickin' rock or something, ChatGPT has come out. And there's videos all over the internet on how to do this and that and how to do that and this. It's like, oh, hey, you can use ChatGPT to write a blog post. And they type in ChatGPT, hey, write me a blog post about XYZ. And it'll create a blog post. But let's be honest, it's not good. So what I want to show you guys is how I'm using ChatGPT, OpenAI, which is the company that developed ChatGPT, as well as some other tools, some free, some paid, to do some cool stuff with AI and content creation specifically. I'm all about efficiency. I am all about trying to get stuff done as fast and as quick as possible. However, to still keep a high level of quality. I've been tinkering with and updating and changing ChatGPT prompts and things like that, and I have a pretty good system in place that I'm enjoying. And again, I just kind of wanted to share that. With that said, let's go ahead and jump in. But before I do, I just want to say, if you guys like videos like this, I'm a 38-year-old single dad. I love gaming. I love technology. I love emerging tech, things like crypto, NFTs, AI, virtual reality. If that kind of stuff interests you, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button if you enjoy this video. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed it and it helps you out. All right, first things first, I'm going to go straight into ChatGPT because that is the easiest and probably the service that everybody is using. So let me lay out for you first and foremost that, not all the tools I use in this video are free. In fact, I don't know if any of them are. So I'm using ChatGPT, but I'm using ChatGPT 4 with plugins enabled and things like that. ChatGPT 3.5, in my opinion, is just not quite good enough without having to give it so many prompts to get it to a level where it is good enough that honestly the time you sink into it to me just isn't really worth it compared to you spend $20 a month and you get access to ChatGPT 4, which is like 100 times better.
Wow.
And the way I do it is there's a couple plugins I use. There's two plugins that I use for every single chat pretty much that I create. And that is a plugin called Browser Op. And so what Browser Op does is it gives ChatGPT access to the internet. It can browse dozens of web pages in one query, fetch information more efficiently. So instead of having to keep, call in a plugin and keep going to different websites and following links and all of that step by step, this just allows it to do it like crazy all at once. It can do a ton of research very quickly, find information for you very quickly, and display it all for you very quickly. The second one that I use all the time is Memory Bank. So Memory Bank extends the memory of ChatGPT. It can store information and then you can later retrieve that information. So for example, in this one here, let's say, hey, what are my 5-year goals for finances/wealth? And I'll hit enter. Now this is a brand new chat, so there is no chat history or anything like that. You can see it's using Memory Bank right off at the start, and then it's going to pull them up. Certainly, Derek, here are your 5-year goals. Grow Click Consultant for self-employment in 3 years. You aim to make Click Consultants your primary source of income. $250K income from Click Consultants by 2025. Basically, that's what it does. Very cool, very cool. The last one switches depending on what I want to use ChatGPT for. So the way that I organize ChatGPT is I actually have conversations of things that I would use a personal digital assistant for, and I have them set up with the plugins. Again, the first two are always the same, but then the third one's different each time. I have it set up to perform different tasks. So for example, analytics here, OMG, it's Derek. So I know this isn't content creation and we are going to get to that, but I just want to show you guys the whole setup because I think it works really well and think it could help a lot of people. So I'm sorry if this is a long tutorial, whatever, but it is what it is. This one uses a little bit different. Instead of Browser Op, it uses VoxScript because I want to be able to read YouTube transcripts with this analytics. So I use that. It uses also the Memory Bank plugin like normal, and then it uses an AI PDF plugin, which allows it to read PDF files. And so what I do is I have a service called Metricool that gives me analytics on my stuff. So you can see here, and if I go to reports down here, I can generate a PDF, and apparently I already had one, but so I can download it. And then I can come in here and I have it bookmarked, but it'll give you the site, aipdf.app. You come here, you can upload a file. So we can go in here, go to my downloads folder. I can upload this file. I can hit upload. It's going to upload. It's going to give me a link, and then I can post that link inside of ChatGPT and say, then, it gets all this information. You can then ask a question. And I know you can look at this, but for a lot of people, like especially new content creators, I guess, they don't really know how to read analytics exactly and stuff. I mean, once you have it set up, like I get an email once a month that has a report. I just throw it in here. I'm like, hey, tell me this. Give me a summary of what the heck's going on with my analytics. And it does, and I don't have to read through a 60-page report or whatever. Now we're getting into creating content. I have Video Insights plugin. The Video Insights plugin allows you to pull a transcript from a YouTube video. So you can upload a video. You can then use Video Insights and you can say, hey, here's the URL of a YouTube video. Can you give me the transcript for this video? And it'll give you the transcript for the entire video. Then what you can do is you can say, hey, can you turn this transcript into a blog post? And then what that allows you to do is then on your website, for example, if we go to my website and go to omgitsderek.com and go to my blog, you can see something like it created a blog post based off of the video. Just FYI, I give it a good prompt as well when I start out each of these for what I want it to do. So you still need to write your prompts and stuff. It's not just plugins.
Oh. Okay.
And it's unique content. You don't have to worry about it being not unique content because it's based off the transcript of the video you created. You might have to do some minor tweaks, but it's a very easy way to increase traffic to your YouTube videos by ranking your blog posts for those YouTube videos in Google, or other search engines or whatever. And by the way, if any of these are super interesting to you guys, or you guys would like to see deep dives into some of these, I'm happy to do so. To be honest, I'm just getting started with AI content, and I just kind of thought like an overview of what I'm doing with it might be a good way to kind of start off the AI stuff on this channel. Anyways, so this one has the browser op plugin, so internet access. It has the memory bank, and then it has Zapier. Zapier allows you to do all kinds of stuff directly from within ChatGPT. It allows you to communicate with over like 5,000 apps right inside of ChatGPT. And what I mean by that is, for example, ChatGPT can't schedule a post to Facebook. However, we can see here, and I just did a quick example of this. Obviously, you would want to flesh it out to get like, the perfect post that you're wanting each time. And that's one of the biggest, most important things is writing your prompt. Blah, 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 blah. So it does it. And then it says, everything seems to align with social media best practices. Would you like to proceed with adding this post to your buffer queue? I say yes. And it says, great. I've prepared the social media post to be added to your buffer queue for Find the Plan. Before it goes live, confirm it. So all you got to do here is you just click this and you hit the run button and it does it. Like this is built into OpenAI. You don't actually have to do anything inside Zapier. You just hit run. It did everything for you. And the thing is, did that take a little bit of time to write all that out and everything and do that? Yes. But once you figure out your prompt for it to create social media posts that you like, that you think fits your brand, your persona, then this just becomes like, hey, do that again. And if you don't like one, you just don't confirm the action. You just keep going. If you want to take things further, so now we're going to run over to Zapier and I'll show you some of the things you can do using OpenAI API, which is ChatGPT 3.5 or 4, depending on what you're doing, because ChatGPT 4 does cost more money. In my opinion, what you're designing here is a personal assistant that helps you with tasks and activities that suck a lot of your time. So it allows you to focus on other stuff. It's way cheaper than actually hiring one. So to me, the investment's worth it. So over the years, I've been a gamer. I have folders of just social media clips from games that I've played over the years. Among Us. I bet you I have over 1,000 videos that I have created. Some of them aren't that great. They're ones I made when I first started out. Some of them are newer and they're really good. But most of them, all of them, are sitting on a hard drive doing nothing.
Just hanging around.
What I did is I created a program. I have this Excel sheet that has a list. So all of the file names, when I make something, I give them a name that describes what the video is. So like I decided to go for a walk in a blizzard, mistakes were made. I'm dancing in VR chat. Like just simple descriptions like that. And these are all files that are then in my Google Drive. You can see here, auto post TikTok videos. And again, this is not going to explain to you guys how to do it. I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing. If you guys want to see this type of stuff step by step, I can make videos on it. But I just wanted to see what kind of interest is out there for stuff like this. But anyways, you can see all of these videos are uploaded to Google Drive. So then what Zapier does is it randomly picks a line out of this list of all of these videos, which over the years is 1,277 TikTok style videos, short videos. And every single day it posts. So here we go. Right here, auto post TikToks, not just TikTok platform though. Every day, 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Picks 3 random videos out of this list. In theory of it being random, I can go an entire year of posting 3 videos a day, and each of these videos is only going to get posted one time. So first what it does is Zapier connects to Google Sheets, and it finds how many rows are in Google Sheets. It randomly chooses a row. It gets the info of that, so it gets the description and the URL of it. It then uses ChatGPT to create a caption. I use 250 characters because I want to be able to post it anywhere, including Twitter if I want to. It then finds the file in Google Drive. So it pulled this information from TikTok. It then has the URL. So basically what it's now doing is going to grab that file. Then I'm going to create a YouTube title, and then it posts it to the buffer queue for each of those different pages. So it posts it to my TikTok account, it posts it to my Instagram page as a reel, it posts it to my Instagram stories, and it posts it to Twitter, as well as Facebook, as well as YouTube. And then it also sends a channel message in Discord that says, hey, I uploaded this to YouTube. Then it delays for 5 hours and does it again, which is what gives me my different times of 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m., which are just the best times for me. You need to figure out your own best times. So every day, I don't have to do anything. 3 short videos are being posted to my thing. Now, do I still post new videos? Yeah, sometimes. You might say, well, what about then you got to go in and add all this stuff all the time. No, once you set this up, the way I design this stuff is to be set and forget. So what that means is, let me go back out of here. We also have this one that says add TikTok video to Google Sheets. And what this does is when a new file is placed in the TikTok videos folder, so whenever I upload a new file into here, when I do that, I'm done. I am done. But anyways, I have 4 different YouTube channels: gaming, podcast, vlog channel, and then this channel, my tech channel. So every time Zapier detects that a new video was uploaded to my gaming channel, it then looks to check, is that video over 1 minute? Because I don't want it to do this for shorts, because if I upload a short video to YouTube, I've already uploaded it also to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Because it's a short video, it works for all those channels. It then creates a social media post. Then what it does is it uses the thumbnail to post a photo and a little caption, as well as a link to that YouTube video on all of my different social media pages. And then the last main thing I do, I think that I want to show in this video, this is probably the most ambitious testing that I'm doing with completely automating social media posts and stuff. And that is that every single day, I use ChatGPT to create 3 social media posts for Facebook and Instagram. So the way that it does this is it's quite it's a longer method. It does a lot of different actions to do this, but this is what I found so far to get me closest to hey, this looks and sounds like me posting. Still not perfect. There's still things I would like to do to improve it, but this is the part that gets exciting because it lets you see how close we are to getting to this point. And what it does is it crafts a post immediately. So what it does though is this is a long ass prompt. So it says craft a unique and creative Facebook caption in one of the following categories. It gives all the categories. Please only choose one category. Do not try to combine different categories. I don't like how that sounds. So just over time, I've added things like, hey, I don't like when you do this. Hey, and I add those things in. So I say things like adhere to best practices for engagement, including a randomly selected emotional trigger. So I'm telling it, hey, choose an emotion to try to trigger, write a do this. I'm telling it how many words to use, how many hashtags to use, how many emojis to use. I then give it examples of posts. I also tell it I want you to create either a short post or a long post. So either a post that has 30 to 50 words or a post that has 150 to 300 words. So it then creates a unique post based on all of my specifications. And then I get a short description of that post. So I give it the social media post back that it just created. And I say, hey, give it an ID associated with one of these categories. If the post is about crypto, I want it to give me back this ID. If it's a post about gaming, I want it to give me back this ID. And so then what I do is once it gives me that, I then use Unsplash. It's a free stock photography website. So there's URL, api.unsplash.com/photo/random. And then what I can do is I can add at the end of that. Let me actually go in here so I can show you guys. So right here. So I can go into here, and right here, it says random. It adds on these additional things. So it has your client ID, which you'll get when you sign up for Unsplash or whatever. And then it also has a collections query that we're adding on, a parameter that we're adding on to this URL. So what this URL is saying is, hey, grab a random photo from Unsplash, and then the parameters is grab it from this collection. And the collection is one of these IDs. So these IDs are collections on Unsplash. So let me just give you an example. Let's just say crypto. Let's do a search. And then I click on collections here. Here's a curation Irina P put together. So right up here in the URL, you can see collections, and right there's the ID for this collection. That's what I'm asking for when I craft here and I have this and I'm saying, hey, grab an ID. I'm putting in the category and then I'm putting in the ID. It then gets that ID from that collection. So I know it's only going to pull a random photo from a collection that I approved. It then will add it to my queue and buffer, which is for this one, Facebook. I guess maybe that's how we'll end the video actually, because this is, that is the last one I was going to show you guys. Is if you guys do check out my social, tell me what posts you think were written by an AI and which ones you think were written by me, and let's see how many people can get it right. So let me know if you guys like this video. Hit the thumbs up. If you guys are into, if you're a dad, into gaming, into technology, making content, this is probably the channel for you. Smash that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, peace out, everybody. Later, nerds.